Hailie Deegan just did something crazy. When Ford Performance signed Hailie Deegan to its roster of development drivers in December 2019, many of us declared her to be NASCAR's upcoming star. Deegan, who was only 18 at the time, seemed to be progressing quickly toward the Cup Series, and her quick advancement seemed to be justified by a strong third-place season points finish in the 2020 ARCA Menards Series. In 2021, she was swiftly promoted to the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series as a result. The path to the Cup Series has, though, at least slowed down as Deegan gears up for her third straight season in the Truck Series, despite having a NASCAR resume that doesn't exactly scream for a promotion to even the Xfinity Series. Nevertheless, the plot will take a turn in 2023. What is that? Well, let's find out. Hello, NASCAR fans, and welcome back to NASCAR Live. But before we begin, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. And let's begin. It would be questionable whether a driver has what it takes to make it to the NASCAR Cup Series if they consistently finish lower than 20th in the Truck Series for 2 seasons in a row. These kind of statistics simply don't suggest that a driving proposition holds much hope. It only casts doubt on the promise, which doesn't mean it doesn't exist. After 2 disappointing seasons, Hailie Deegan will continue in the Truck Series for another year, and the 21-year-old will probably have to do it this year if she wants to be regarded seriously as a potential Cup driver. After agreeing to a contract with ThorSport Racing for the upcoming season, Deegan and her Ford Performance partner will join arguably the best team in the Truck Series. Since 2013, drivers for ThorSport have taken home 4 Truck Series titles, the most recent of which was won by Ben Rhodes in 2021. In 2013, 2014, and 2019, Matt Crafton brought the team championships. Along with Deegan, ThorSport is turning away from Toyota and will field trucks with the Ford F-150 logo the next year. And with the support of the ThorSport operations staff and resources, this could be Deegan's season to put up or shut up. The next great thing in the sport may be revealed, and fans may learn whether they have reason to be thrilled. Deegan is making every effort not to display any signs of additional pressure from the transfer. During a media conference call this past week, Deegan stated, "I've been used to pressure my entire life. It's kind of been on me from the beginning, so at the end of the day, there's pressure for a purpose, and I feel like if you can't handle the pressure, then you definitely shouldn't have that pressure on you. I think we're bound to have greater success if we go out there and do the best we possibly can, working as hard as we possibly can for it, putting in our best effort and doing everything that we're capable of, and everyone else sees it." In case you were wondering, Deegan hasn't had a lot of success in NASCAR to talk about. Ford driver Deegan has only achieved 3 top 10 finishes in 46 career Truck Series outings while driving for David Gilliland Racing. During the 23 races in 2022, she crashed out 5 times. Prior to falling back to 21st in 2022, she placed 17th in the 2021 point standings. It's obvious that a change of scenery is worthwhile. Deegan stated, "I believe in myself. I think that we were simply possibly missing a few pieces to the puzzle since there were so many components to the puzzle. You reach a point in your development where you have to take that next step, and I believe ThorSport is a very established team with a very established path of success. They have continued to be so successful consistently over the years, despite all the changes in developmental in the Truck Series and with the trucks themselves. They've been such a solid, reliable club that I think this will be a fantastic year for me." The people working in the glass offices at Ford and NASCAR undoubtedly wish this were the case. Since Danica Patrick announced her retirement after the 2018 Daytona 500, the series and its marketing apparatus have been eagerly waiting for someone to become the next woman to have an effect on the Cup Series. The NASCAR glass ceiling was broken by Patrick, who has been hailed as a leader and an innovator. The 5 years following Patrick's final start have surprisingly seen no women reach the Cup. And before that, one needs to go all the way back to Shauna Robinson in 2002 to find a woman driving a NASCAR Cup vehicle in a race. Deegan's game has improved over the previous 2 seasons, according to Mark Rushbrook, Worldwide Director of Ford Performance Racing. "We love watching the development drivers progress and advance on the track and off the track, and watching that maturity of Hailie in terms of how she evaluates a car or truck on the racetrack, can break it down and articulate it back to her crew chief and team to set the direction the car needs to go," says Rushbrook. "I think she has advanced significantly both on the track and when she's working in the simulator with the team as well. I believe this is the next opportunity with the team that'll be around her, the individuals that are going to be around her to offer her that opportunity to reach one more level. Ty Majeski, who nearly joined colleagues Crafton and Rhodes as Truck Series winners this past season by making it all the way to the Championship 4, will join teammates Deegan, Crafton, and Rhodes at ThorSport as a four-truck dream of sorts. The caliber of teammates and experience these teammates possess is extraordinary, according to Deegan. Just conversing and having those discussions, observing how open and eager people are to assist you and make sure you're as comfortable as possible is wonderful, and I think that's something that's invaluable. You have to have teammates that are willing to work with you, that are willing to go out of their way to make sure you're in a good spot, and being able to work with you on track and kind of going into races with a game plan and having those conversations beforehand. Or if one teammate is running better than the other, being able to have that comfortable conversation of asking, hey, what are you feeling here? What changes did you guys make? What did you like? What did you not like? Make no mistake about it, Rushbrook and Ford remain completely committed to their prodigy, with much of the same enthusiasm they displayed when they first introduced Deegan to the NASCAR media in 2019. We are a family company, Rushbrook said. We like to be committed to the people that are part of our program and give them every opportunity to exceed and to excel and be successful. And we wanted to give Hailie that opportunity with the right team and the right people around her to take that next step to continue advancing. She's demonstrated the potential and the growth that we've seen in her all along, and this is the opportunity to take her to the next level. Next year, Deegan will not be the only driver in a developmental series with something to prove. Two drivers with NASCAR Cup Series experience will compete to prove they are worthy of a return to the top level. Both John Hunter Nemechek for Joe Gibbs Racing and Cole Custer for Stewart Haas Racing have full-time Xfinity Series rides with competitive teams. If they win races and compete for the championship, Cup teams will take notice, but if they do not, their racing careers are in jeopardy. Nemechek, age 25, competed in the 2020 Cup season as a rookie, placing 27th with Front Row Motorsports. He left to drive for Toyota, where he has spent the last 2 years largely driving trucks and winning 7 races. He missed the championship race this year because of some poor decisions, but starting in 2023, he will focus exclusively on Xfinity racing. In 16 Xfinity appearances over the previous 2 years, he finished with 5 top 5s and 1 victory. Custer, who will turn 25 in a month, spent the previous 3 years playing Cup full-time. He had a victory in Kentucky as a rookie, but no top 5 finishes and 5 top 10 finishes over the previous 2 years. Ryan Preece was selected by SHR to take his position in Cup. Custer has a win and 3 top 10 finishes in his 5 Xfinity outings in 2018, in addition to his 7 victories in 2019. On the other hand, let's take a closer look at who are the highest paid drivers in NASCAR. In the United States and all around the world, NASCAR is by far the most popular motorsport as it approaches its 75th anniversary in 2023. The teams and the pilots therefore make large quantities of money because the sponsors are monarchs there and the TV rights are expanding. Teams in the NASCAR Cup Series have budgets that range from many tens to even hundreds of millions of dollars for those who have multiple vehicles. The star drivers of the discipline will be paid with a sizable portion of this budget. Number 9, Kurt Busch, $7,500,000. For Team 23XI Racing, Kurt Busch is the driver. Jordan Brand, Money Lion, McDonald's, SiriusXM, and Monster Energy are some of the 43-year-old's advertisers. His Toyota is number 45. In the Dover International Speedway standings, he came in at position 31. Number 8, Chase Elliott, $8 million. Hendrick Motorsports' Chase Elliott is the driver of the number 9 Chevrolet. Napa, Chevrolet, Mountain Dew, Bosch, UniFirst, and Siemens are some of his sponsors. The 26-year-old prevailed in the rescheduled Dover International Speedway race to claim the first NASCAR Cup victory of 2022. Number 7, Kyle Larson, $8 million. Throughout the NASCAR Cup Series season, Kyle Larson is the sole driver of the number 5 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet. The 29-year-old receives $8 million annually in sponsorship primarily from Hendrick Automotive Group. He placed 6th in the standings at Dover International Speedway. Number 6, Joey Logano, $9 million. Driving the number 22 Ford for Team Penske, the 31-year-old makes $9 million yearly. Several companies, including Shell Pennzoil, AAA, the Auto Club of Southern California, Auto Trader, and Money Lion, are sponsors of Joey Logano. He finished 29th in the race at Dover International Speedway. Number 5, Brad Keselowski, $9.4 million. Even though Brad Keselowski recently switched from Team Penske to Roush Fenway Racing, he still makes $9.4 million a year. His sponsors include Wyndham Rewards, Castrol, Violet Defense, Fastenal, Kohler Generators, and Solomon Plumbing. He placed 20th in the race at the Dover International Speedway while operating a number 6 Ford Mustang. Number 4, Martin Truex Jr., $10.4 million. Martin Truex Jr., who competes for the Joe Gibbs Racing Team and earns $10.4 million annually, finished the Dover International Speedway in the number 12 position with his number 19 Toyota Camry TRD. He is the 4th highest paid NASCAR driver. Bass Pro Shops and Reese's Fine Foods are the sponsors of the 41-year-old. Number 3, Kevin Harvick, $10.9 million. Kevin Harvick, who drives for the Stewart-Haas Racing Team and is supported by Gear Wrench, Rheem, Busch Light Mobil 1, Hunt Brothers Pizza, and Subway, is third on the list. At the Dover International Speedway, the 46-year-old driver of the number 4 Ford Mustang came in 7th. Number 2, Denny Hamlin, $13.1 million. With a Toyota number 11, Denny Hamlin operates a race car for Team Joe Gibbs Racing. The 41-year-old placed 21st in the competition on May 1st, 2022. FedEx and Sport Clips are sponsors of Hamlin. At number 1, Kyle Busch, $16.9 million. The NASCAR driver who makes the most money is Kyle Busch, who earns $16.9 million. The 37-year-old driver competes full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series and all 3 NASCAR National Series. Busch competes in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series as a driver for Joe Gibbs Racing. His sponsors include Toyota, M&M's, Skittles, Pedigree, and Snickers. And that ends today's episode. We sincerely hope you enjoyed our video. If so, please click on the like button and share with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see even more of our incredible videos. You can also check out our other videos that have been specially selected just for you. We'll catch up in the next one. Thanks for watching.